Alright, let's play Fhtagn, Tales of the Creeping Madness. Look at this eye. Look at this eye following my mouse. Okay. Dreaming Eye. A small cult dedicated to the awakening of the Great Dreamer. When the dark moon rises, the temple of the Great Dreamer will rise once more from the ocean floor, and the time will be at hand. Basic cults. Ideal for beginners. Mods can be played. Wait, I still need to lower the volume a little more. Yeah, I think that's better. Ideal for beginners. Okay, I guess I am a beginner. Options: play with unlocks. What is this? You will be able to see everything you have unlocked. With the Elder Signs, turn off if you don't want spoilers in your game. Okay, yes, I want off. Allow spending. If checked, you will be able to spend your Elder Signs to unlock elements in the game. It is recommended that you turn this off when playing couch co-op to prevent not accidental unlock by your friends. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one. Play with tutorial. Activate to receive tutorial prompts on how to play the game. I mean, I guess. Okay. Oh, those are the different advanced code, ideal for multiplayer. Okay, so okay, I'm just gonna go with this one. Like this. Yes. Code is select. Who do I want to be? I like I, I like these two ladies. I think this is more me. Oh, you can play like... Oh, that is so cool. So you can play like up to 4 people. That's nice. Welcome to Fhtagn. You have 6 rounds to prepare for the ritual. Ugh, chest hurts again. God damn it. To pass the ritual, you need to successfully complete a roll. Click the card icon to see all the possible rolls. You'll be able to select these rolls at the end of the game. Each roll has a major and a minor stat requirement you need to pass both to successfully complete the roll. Is it a card game? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what type of games I have on the laptop right now. All I know is that I have so many. I have so many games to play. I have so many books on my to be read list, and this year I've decided to play all the games, to read all the books, to travel all the travels, and to just like live all the life, because I don't know, with everything that had happened the past few years, it just kind of made me realize that if not now, then when, you know? So yeah, let's just do the best we can and do all the games. Look at the card picture and prophecy text to gain clues. The ritual feedback at the end of the game will give you more clues. Elder signs are used to unlock the stats required for story events and roles. You gain elder signs at the end of the game by completing hidden objectives. Elder signs are capped at 75. However, hover over stat icons to see tooltips. For controllers, hold down the main way to gain stats is to perform an action at one of the locations on the map. At the top of each location, you can see a series of diamonds. The color of the diamonds coincides with your stats. The diamonds on the left show your stats, the stats you will gain from choosing action one at the location, and the diamond on the right show the stats you will gain from the action 2. If you are struggling to see the different colors, you can activate colorblind mode. Okay, that's fine. Each story has 5 parts, which you can follow by looking at the diamonds at the bottom of the text area. The white diamond indicates your current progress. Alright. Activity feedback explains the actions you have chosen and gives you guaranteed stats. Random event, the spanner in the works aimed at disrupting your well-laid plans. Read carefully for clues on how to proceed. Event decision, choose one or two actions. Each will have a stat requirement to pass, so look at your current stats to choose carefully. Some actions have no requirements indicated by the lack of an unlock button. This will give you less rewards. Event feedback with your decision made is it is now time to face the consequences. Even if you fail, we'll give you a little something. Pay attention to the feedback. This will provide clues on the stat requirement. Summarize stats result on all 5 parts. Okay, multiple characters. The character with the highest influence stat will always play first. If there is a draw, the characters will play in the sequence that you choose them at the start of the game. Only one character per location per round. At the end of the game, only one character per role. The ritual. Choose a role that you think you can pass based on your stats and the role's major and minor requirements. Read carefully through the ritual feedback for clues on which stats were needed maybe in this life or the next. You will cause the end of the world. At the end of the game, you will gain Elder Signs. You can use these in your next playthroughs to unlock some of the roles or events to make it easier. If you want to expand your story base, head over to the mods button. The main menu, see there are more stories online. Or why not use our content creator app to create your own? You can find the app in the tools section on your Steam client. Have fun! Well, that's it from us. If you ever want to see this tutorial again, you can select it on the option menu when you start the new game. From us at Design Imps, have a Fhtagn good time. And here it says cycle 1, I think. Okay, yes, okay, cycle 1. Let's go. This is so cool. Okay, that's me. Miskatonic University, Town Hall, the Church of Starry Wisdom, Harcum Sanitarium, downtown, Madame Fufu's, Magic Shop Pet. I really love the bloody fountain. Oh, oh my god, I love that. Help! Where to start? I don't know. Hell. I guess from here because it has like the less diamonds needed, I guess. Archon Sanitarium. Experiment on patients or check in. Oh my god. Check in. You have seen too much and you feel your fragile hold on reality slipping. Some time spent in the asylum has given you more insight into the human mind and helped you achieve some inner peace. Gain 1 knowledge and 2 sanity. You and your big mouth. Emmanuel Crouton was supposed to perform the Footlies ritual dance for the awakening of the Eye of Volnir. Emmanuel was an exceptional dancer, but after performing the Samba of 1,000 Vomits, he had torn his spleen and would be unable to perform. Being part of waste not, want not culture, though, Emmanuel will be sacrificed later in the week. Okay. This did, however, leave an opening, and seeing the opportunity for advancement, you loudly exclaimed that you could perform the Footlies with 1 leg behind your head. Which coincidentally is exactly how it is performed. Oh no. It was of course a lie, but unless you want to perform with Emmanuel in the afterlife, you had to come up with a plan. Now that you think of it, you did see ritual dances for dummies in the magic shop, and it was on sale. If you don't have the cash, however, you suppose you just have to wing it and hope for the best. Oh no, I don't have riches. Wait, body, influence, performance, magic, knowledge, sanity, riches. Oh no, I don't have. I'll have to wing it. You might not know how to perform the Fhtagn, but you would give that eye a show it would never forget. On the day of the ritual, you had put on your pink leg warmers and dramatically walked up to the gramophone to put on What a Feeling, an operetta by the famed diva Irene Caranucci. As the music started to play, you danced your heart out, performing pirouettes, dive rolling on the floor, and always pumping your arms in the air like a maniac. Gain 1 performance. Finally, exhausted by your routine, you turned your attention to the eye. The little eyeball just lay there on the altar, unmoving. Panic started to well up as you realized your neck was on the line. Fortunately, your body obscured the others' views of the altar, and you had some magic tape tucked into your thighs. Tights. Don't ask. As quickly and softly as you could, you pried open the eyelids and taped it into place. The eye has awoken, you shouted, holding the tiny eyeball above your head. Nice save. Nice. um, where do we go? Miskatonic University. Yay! Delve through thorns or go on an expedition. Let's delve to thorns. You spent your time locked in the Orn library pursuing dark I don't know, occult manuscripts and sanity-shattering tomes. Oh, the lost one, sanity. Your research had is this sanity? Knowledge. Already sanity. Your research had led you to a small village in the Amazon jungle. Here, a tribe of primitives harvest the seed from a red-leaved plant, only found in this corner of the jungle. The village shaman claimed it was the voice of the gods, but the poison you put into his drink, took effect too quickly for him to explain how it was used. Why did I poison him? After massacring the tribe to cover your tracks, what? You now sit before Mr. Rentworth of the Miskatonic Botany Department. Rentworth marvels at the bag of strangely hot seeds you have placed before him and agrees to cultivate them for you, if you will fund his research into giant bonsai trees. Refuse! What a waste of time, you mutter to yourself. I don't have money, where do I find money? In a fit of anger, you decide to flush the seeds down the toilet. No! As you watch the seeds disappear down the toilet, you feel much better. Let's just kill the whole tribe for them! Gain 1 sanity because... Oh no. I failed this one. Oh god, okay. Oh my god, okay. There's a bunch of riches here. Let's do this. Yes, it's okay. Let's gamble. You spend your time gambling and feeding the the butcherous habits of some of the more weak-willed patrons. The fools quickly find themselves in your debt. You won 6 riches and gained 1 influence. A crowd had started to form in one of the back rooms where a small impromptu arm wrestling competition had started. As you pushed through the crowd, you were just in time to hear a loud snap as Seamus O'Dogan broke the forearm of his latest opponent. Now, there's 2 things which you need to know about Seamus. 1, he's the kind of guy who makes Tiny Tony the bouncer look like really Tiny Tony. 2. He's the chief enforcer of the Northsiders gang. Now, a normal, non-inebriated person would have thought, hey, this is fun to watch, but only an idiot would enter the competition. Unfortunately, that person was swimming in beer in a tiny corner of your mind, shouting all kinds of profanities at you. Taste your strength or go loco. I have the feeling that both of those are very bad idea. Is there like somewhere where I have like body? Okay, yes. I have 0. Great. Ugh. Okay, that's my strength. As you sat down on the table, the little voice in your head started screaming. You decided to quiet it down by taking a few more sips of beer, and soon it was more of a loud, gurgling sound. Sam almost gave you a wicked grin as he grasped your hand. You heard a loud cracking sound, but couldn't quite figure out who was making that sound. Oh my god, I'm -1. While you were still pondering the strange sound, there was a loud snapping sound and a collective groan from the crowd. Feeling quite annoyed now, you turned around, put your fingers to your lips, and motioned for the crowd to please be quiet. As you turned back, you noticed that the match was over. You figured this out because your arm was hanging at a very peculiar angle. That's gonna hurt in the morning, you said out loud, taking another sip of your beer. The crowd cheered. Oh my god. You got moxie, kid. Seamus laughed as he lifted you onto his shoulders for another round of beers. Sir, you just snapped my hand. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot that I have cards of sorts. What were they? At the appointed time, the scribe must read the inscription of the obelisk of Morton. He alone may carry the blessed stone to the most holy temple. I love the art. Heed these warnings. Be prepared for the intruder and the craven trader. For your doom will be from the wolf in sheep's clothing. Beware. Finally, let crow the gem-studded Maltese cockerel. Let its crow sound the doom of the world. In a accompaniment, strike the jade stone gong, its mystical resonance adding cadence to the ceremony. Through the hateful screech of Ur, the blessed shouter screams will make the ancient dreamers. The sorcerer will be his own hand, slay Kapa Joe, and pour his streaming black blood into the pit of despair. After 100,000 years, the conjunction of Abloketh, visible only to the mad astronomer, will once more darken the night sky. Alright. Okay, here I can gather some strength. Armed with the knowledge from dusty tomes and ancient weaponry, you track down and fight mythical creatures, preparing their organs for the ritual. One day you were startled by a sharp knock on the door. You grabbed your gun and prepared for the worst. To your surprise, you were greeted by a short, weaselly man in a suit. He introduced himself as Mr. Peabody and explained that his employer was buying up parts of the swamp to build what he called a mall. Sell the witch's hut, tell him to buzz off. Is it mine? I don't care. Is it mine? Okay, so Mr. Peabody is overjoyed, and before you can say, I'm rich, you had signed the necessary deed. 10 riches, okay. Okay, again, 2 body. Okay. Oh, that's... No, wait, that's it. Oh, the witch's hut is gone. Yeah, because I saw that. Okay. What is it that I don't have? Purple. Who can give me purple? The magic shop. Okay, let's go with the magic shop. Magic shop. Okay, cast spells. You summon eldritch horrors and open portals to other planes. Your power grows, but you can feel your sanity slipping. Gain 2 magic but lose 1 sanity. Alright. I mean, okay, now here I am -1. Spirits. You'd think being dead would make you less of a prick, but you'd be wrong. You had tracked down the location of the hidden temple of Valrock. Well, you kinda had an idea about the vicinity, but had struggled to narrow it down. Having almost given up hope, you read in the papers of a tragic massacre at the railroad construction camp. To a man, they had all died under weird circumstances. Looking closer, you realized that this particular group had been constructing a tunnel in the mountains where you were pretty sure the temple of Valrock was located. Closing shop early, you headed to the site of the massacre as quickly as you could and performed a seance, hoping that one of the spirits could shed some more light on the location of the temple. That's when Barton Munch arrived. In life, he was a nasty, crass man who would sooner punch you in the face than give you the time of the day. In death, he was a nasty, crass spirit who would punch you in the face and then give you the time of the day. At least he had matured slightly in death. As the aggressive spirit materialized, he immediately started commenting about your heritage and your possible relations to animals of the Sudae family. Noticing that this didn't bother you, he rushed for the attack. This wasn't your first rodeo, and you had already set up protection wards. After an hour of Barton bashing at your wards and cursing, you finally realized he wasn't going to let up. You needed a new plan. Put up your dukes or psychoanalyze his aggression. Yes. So, Barton, tell me how you feel, you started. Barton stopped mid-punch looking quite confused. That, I guess, he said, managing to look even more confused. I hear you and I understand, you started empathetically. Okay, the ghost said, not quite sure where you were going with this. But how does being dead make you feel? You carried on. Barton floated down to a rock and pondered your question, his deep introspection causing ectoplasmic tears to well up in his eyes. 1 hour later. And I only wanted him to be proud of me, Barton sobbed. I'm afraid that's all we have time for, Barton, you told the crying ghost as the sand ran out of your little hourglass. Barton nodded his head, gave you a hug, and floated back into the ground. You stared at the amount of ectoplasm Barton had left behind. You still had no clue as to the location of the temple, but with all this ectoplasm, you'll be rolling in potions for a while. Nice! Oh, this time I didn't get anything broken. Oh, the witch's hut is still available. Wait though. entirely sure what I'm doing here. Wasn't it supposed to be like in 6 moons? I don't know. I can't click that. Okay. Wait, so for example, here, can I... so fast, in fact, you uses you wipe the last bits of blood from the tie connection port that the last experiment nearly outrun the car you sent to retrieve them. Oh my god, I missed stuff to read. Okay. Now that it has been removed from the previous owner, you need to decide what to do with it. You could fuse it to yourself, but the operation would be harrowing. Otherwise, you could always find another suitable object, which shouldn't be too hard. I have... Okay, fuse it to myself, whatever. You strap yourself into the operating chair. You know enough not to trust anyone else with this procedure. You pull the lever, and the two rotary saw blades start spinning towards your upper legs. With a tortured scream, they cut through your legs. Lose one body, oh my god. The excruciating pain causes you to black out. When you come to, the legs are gone. Not want to miss an opportunity? You fashion for yourself a very evil-looking wheelchair. Take on the name Stumpy and make a killing on the beggar scene. Oh my god. No. Well, that's not okay. It is time. Okay. Okay, now what? After 100,000 years, the conjunction of... I think... Finally, the grove of gems. I think this... You had tracked the Maltese cockerel to an auction in Morocco, where you tried to forcibly recommend to a potential buyer that this item wasn't worth his time. Unfortunately, it turned out he was a Tsar, and his bodyguards were of the opinion that you should mind your own business. After taking a bit of beating from the very persuasive bodyguards, you could see their point. Back home, you were thankful to realize that the others had no idea what the Maltese cockerel was. Now, standing at your appointed spot in the ritual, having donned your golden chicken costume, you prepare to perform the chicken dance. Magic fail. Oh no. The ritual quiets down, and all eyes turn to the immense carved door nested into the side of the temple, its squid dragon bas-relief glistening wet into the moonlight. After 15 minutes of waiting, a dreaded realization started to gnaw at your mind. After an hour, only the ones too stubborn to admit defeat were still left on the island. As the moon set behind the waves, only the ones who could not deal with the horror of what they had done for seemingly no gain were still on the island as it again started to sink beneath the waves. In the end, if the ritual hadn't failed, no one would have known about your creative interpretation of the Maltese cockerel. Unfortunately, some of the other cultists, intent on finding out what had gone wrong, went back to the prophecy. You still remember how they all suddenly looked up from the book and straight at you, realizing what the Maltese cockerel actually looked like. What happened next can only be described as frontier justice. You were manhandled into a keg of tar and then beaten with feather pillows. As soon as you found a gap, you ran your tar and feathered ass away from there as quickly as you could. Well, that was that. Thank you for watching, and I think I'll have to read a little bit more to understand exactly what I'm supposed to do. So once I know, I will play the game again. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.